So today I'm going to be doing a quick unboxing video of the Teclast T50 Plus, and I've also got videos on the Teclast T60 and the even bigger Teclast T65 Max. So check those videos out in the description if you want to see those. But for now, I'm going to be unboxing the T50 Plus. Let's check it out. Okay, so here is the T50 Plus. Up to 16 gigs of RAM, 256 gigs of storage, and support with a micro SD card of up to 1 terabyte. And it's an 11-inch tablet with a 90 Hz refresh rate. So that's a nice improvement that it has over the other models that just have a 60 Hz refresh rate. But we'll whip this one out of the box and see what it's like out of the box. Design is very similar to the T60 Max, and then in the box, like those other two, you just get a charging brick and USB-A to USB-C power cable. $10-watt charger there, so nothing spectacular, and you get a little SIM ejector tool as well. So here is the T50 Plus. Design wise, on the back, identical to the T65 Max, but of course considerably smaller and a slightly different color. And then the T60 is a bit bigger again because that's a 12-inch tablet over the 11 inches of the T50 Plus. So we'll just peel the back and then peel the front, and like those other two, you get a pre-applied screen protector as well. So let's just power on. This one's quite nice actually. It feels obviously more lightweight than the other two, being smaller, and as you can kind of see in the light there in that top corner, you get some pretty chunky bezels around the outside like you do with those other two. And then you get a USB-C charging port and SIM tray at the bottom with a single speaker grill, and then another single speaker grill there, which is different to the dual speakers on each end of the Teclast T60, but the same, no, different again to the double on the T65 Max. So here is the T50 Plus, and like I did with those other two, just check the viewing angles, which unsurprisingly aren't particularly impressive, but at this sort of budget price you can't really expect too much. Okay, so I've just put my Wi-Fi and Google information in, and then it's just going to prompt you just to agree to the Google's services. It's nice that there's 100% battery out of the box. Select Google as your search engine, set as default. Enter a PIN, and then just finish doing the rest of those bits. No, I'll finish that later. Those viewing angles on that display aren't great. Might just be the camera. But here is the Teclast T50 Plus. Overall, looks quite nice. Let's just see if we can check if that 90 Hz is on there by default. Auto refresh rate. So it should flip between 90 and 60 Hz depending on what you're doing. But of course you've got the usual other bits and bobs when it comes to your settings menu. Obviously your Wi-Fi and your hotspot options. Go back on there, sorry. And then a mobile plan if you do end up adding a SIM card. And then you've got your Bluetooth information, and then extras when it comes to Android Auto, printing, casting and that sort of stuff. App information, and you can go onto all of the apps on the tablet to see various settings for those particular apps, set permissions, etc. Notification settings, which you can then sort by apps, but it's saying I've got no notification history, of course, because I've only just set it up. Battery information, battery percentage, which you can have showing at the top or not, and then just power saving options, and then battery usage information, which of course I've just set it up, so it's not going to give you that. Storage information, 256 gigs of storage, and then it gives you the info of what's taken up the storage. So we've got 246 free, and then you can schedule the tablet to power on and off at a certain time, so you're not on it all the time if you're a heavy user. And then your sound information, let's just turn that down for the sake of this video. But of course you can set call volumes, notification volumes, media, etc. And then you can set ringtones for your SIM 1 and your SIM 2. Live caption is on there, media player, all these other bits and bobs you can tweak to your liking. And then display options, you can turn on dark mode if you want to, adaptive brightness, screen timeout you can of course change, and then you've got the usual like text size, which you can increase or decrease, and the display size as well, and you can adjust the bold or the high contrast of the text. And then jump into wallpapers. You've of course got the option to change all the wallpapers. Obviously at the moment I've only got stuff that's on the device, but you can download more online if you want to get a bit more creative with how you want your tablet to look. And then more lock screen options. You've got a few bits and bobs there. Lift to check tablet, you can turn that on, which is a raise to wake thing. And then you've got the usual accessibility features, and that just shortcuts to other menus that we've already been looking at. Color and motion, dark theme, etc. And then your privacy and security info. Let's just check for updates while we're here. There is an update, so we'll do that in a second. And there is an option to do face unlock, but I've only got the pin set up, but you can do face unlock if you want to, just to make it a little bit quicker. Location services, and then safety and emergency, password and accounts, digital wellbeing, etc. So if we jump into system update, we're on Android 14 with a May 2024 security patch, and it says we are up to date, and then it's got info there about the tablet. Android 14, of course no SIMs, T50 Plus. So that is just your settings menu on the tablet. Let's jump into YouTube, where we can test out the speakers as well. We'll jump into my latest video, the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra in 2024. Whoops, that's the power button.
Let's take a look. The Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra remains a stunning device with premium materials, including a Gorilla Glass Victus back and metal frame, ensure it still feels luxurious in the hand. The large 6.9-inch dynamic AMOLED 2-inch display with 120Hz refresh rate and HDR10 Plus support continues to impress. While newer models may boast slightly better screen technology, the Note 20 Ultra's display is still vibrant, sharp and fluid.
So the speakers sound okay. They're a little bit tinny. There's not a huge amount of bass to them, but they'll be absolutely fine for just your bog standard use, watching a bit of video, playing games, etc. Of course, if you want higher quality speakers, you're not going to get that at this price unless you go for maybe one of the Honor tablets that I think have better speakers. But then everything else on the tablet is pretty straightforward. You haven't got any bloatware or anything like that. You've got Teclast's own sound recorder, calculator on there twice apparently. Oh no, that's recent apps, never mind. Of course you can set up your Gmail, You've got your clock app to do timers and all that stuff. And then I will just quickly jump into the camera, which again isn't going to be anything spectacular. You've got a 13 megapixel camera on the back. If I can find something to take a picture of. Trying to do this one-handed is tricky. Let's just take a picture of the door. So unsurprisingly, the photos aren't going to be the best. And then if we jump into the selfie camera, again, not the best quality, but absolutely fine for video calls and stuff like that. You've got a few other options on here. I'll say a few. One. If it's different if I flip it back around. So no, you've just got a night mode, and then you've just got QR code, video capture, pro mode, and portrait, etc. So if we do just a quick gaming test as well. So the T50 Plus comes rocking a Unisoc T620 processor, which I would imagine is going to have marginally better performance than the T616 found in the Teclast T60. So it should be absolutely fine for some light gaming, something like Need for Speed, of course something like Genshin Impact or Call of Duty Mobile, that sort of stuff might well struggle a little bit more. And with the 6 gigs of RAM, it might struggle a little bit as well. There's 8 gigs of RAM on the T60, which will just sort of help marginally when it comes to general use and multitasking, etc. Just want to keep playing. Let me play. But overall, it seems to be doing a pretty decent job. Get out of the way. And like I said, just for basic gaming, this should be absolutely fine. And you can't really expect a huge amount at 120 quid, so yeah, not too bad. But overall, that's not a bad little tablet. It's a really nice premium metal feel. Feels solid. There's no creaks or anything like that. Dual camera housing. That's just going to house your 13 megapixel camera and a depth sensor of some description. Of course, you've got an LED flash. But for 120 quid, it's not a bad little tablet at all. Let's just grab the T65 Max, which is, I could barely get them both on screen, which of course is considerably bigger. And then the T60, it's not turned on, but is a little bit bigger again. But of course, let me know down in the comments what you think of the T50 Plus tablet. Is it one that you'd consider buying? And have a look at the T65 Max and T60 videos that I've done already if you're interested in seeing those. And I'll see you in the next one.